team looking to possibly get a 3-0 and maybe set the scores back to where they were because of what happened last week. But Corinthians, just I don't know really what to say to them. I think they played really well last week.
Yeah, they
Uh,
did. They did play well.
yeah, I don't know. This could go either way. Depends how team is playing. If they're playing all at their best, they'll 3-0. But if they're not, Corinthians have more than a chance to 3-0 team.
Sorry, they're trying to get the
Uh,
lobby going. So
all good, all good. I do believe Aspect will be playing for team. So excited to see how he plays.
yeah, I mean, so obviously last week, if people missed the results, Corinthians took down Team Lotus when they 3-0 sweep, and Team unfortunately fell 3-1 loss to Resurrection. What Uh, Corinthians had a little bit of an easier match because Lotus didn't play their main roster.
Mm.
Team didn't look the best, but Resurrection did play their main roster. I mean, both of them did, so it will be an interesting one to see if Corinthians either had a bit of an easier match due to Lotus not playing their full roster, or they're just a very good team. And we'll see if Team are able to bounce back and win this match.
Yeah. Yeah. What are your predictions on this game, Reptic?
It's a very difficult one because, as I said, we don't know if Corinthians just had a good match or got a little bit lucky just so Lotus not having a full roster available. But I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go 3-2 to Team. I just think they will edge this match. I do believe
Yeah.
in the bounce back, but yeah. How about you?
It's tough because last time Janego's playing, and from what I've heard from the Wolf, uh, Aspect is the player they need, and I believe he's playing. Yeah, he is. So no disrespect to you, Janego, but you're a brilliant player. But I think Aspect is the player they need, and who will do the job at challenging for his teammates and just playing how Dwarfs needs him to play and be that solid first, second man. So yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be a 3-1 team.
3-1.
Yeah,
Yeah, I definitely see this going either way, but
yeah,
I think Team 100% edge it. I think everyone's ready, so I see no reason to not get this game started. I let everyone know to go.
yeah.
Timeouts are now available for this week, so we'll see how they are going to be used within the series, or if they're going to be used. Everyone's just getting going.
Yeah, yeah. All right,
Here we are.
first game. Good kickoff from Dwarf. Oh wait. Janego is playing. Cryptic's not playing. Oh, okay. That's not what I expected. But
Interesting
it,
one.
yeah, I guess they must have played really well in scrims. Must have been switching the two players out, but either way, Clutch King playing next to the middle aspect. Keep on going. Tries to get it past one, but City wide is there. Mike playing it slow, but he bumps his teammate. Good 50 from Dwarf, but Clutch King's there.
It looks a very close match. Both teams just testing each of their defenses out. See, team are able to do here. Aspects trying to center it, but can't get the ball moving on that corner. Dwarf takes a shot, but good save from the other team there. Team seem to
Yeah,
have the pressure here, and Dwarf puts one in.
fair enough. I think I can already tell team with aspect. They're playing so much more offensive.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Aspect brings up.
Aspects on 2 of the boosts.
He is. It should be sorted now. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, you guess if you get Jene going, but you know. Now, Mike playing it up. There, Dwarf. Dwarf tries to play middle. Janego goes up, but Mike city wide is there. Aspect tries to get a 50. It's not the best 50. Mike there for the shot. Good save from Dwarf, but Clutch King's there. Just misses. Good save from Dwarf, but
Yeah,
now
it's
Dwarf getting a bad touch.
a close match.
Now, Mike trying to play it middle, but Dwarf's there. City wide plays it wide. Aspect misses. Clutch King tries to do something, but it doesn't do a lot. Dwarf also missed. Now City wide, banging it to Janego. Janego's going forward, tries to play it middle, but misses. Now Clutch King tries to play it middle. Gets beat by Dwarf. Dwarf now. See what he can do. Tries to play it middle, gets the 50, gets a good 50. Janego with a shot, but misses. Goes up again, Mike's there. I think Aspect just double committed there, and I think that's something they're gonna have to look out for. Aspect just diving in. He does that a lot, but now takes it up. Keeps going. Goes for the flip reset, but City wide's there. Dwarf gets beat by Clutch King. Mike there with a shot. Not a good shot though. Janego banging it to the wall. Dwarf's there, gets 50'd by Mike. 0 boost here, Mike is, but Dwarf's up to take control of the game again. And now that's a bad 50. Clutch King just can't quite get it in the net. Now Dwarf playing it high. Mike misses. There's no one from Team challenging, but Aspect does challenge, but gets beat. Now Janego misses. Clutch King playing it forward. City wide, playing it high. Aspect's there, good touch, but misses for a second, but gets a recovery. Janego trying to play it to Aspect, but gets it high. Aspect is up, but so's the Dwarf. City wide gets the touch. Dwarf playing it backwards. Aspect playing it high. Gets it past 1. Janego beats 1. But Clutch King's there. Now Dwarf. Aspect with a miss. Clutch King playing it middle. Good clear from Janego. Dwarf just being patient, but gets past 2. Clutch King does. Good defense from Janego there though. Dwarf and misses. Ran out of boost. City wide there. Just trying to take control. Beats 1. That goes middle. Dwarf's there. I can already tell Team are doing a lot better. I mean, I can see a couple mistakes from them, but it's minor. But Corinthians just playing solid like they did last game. Last week. Playing all around really solid. But they can't just quite get into the goal. But they do have 35 seconds left. Now Dwarf plays it over, and that is a goal for Dwarf. And that will make it 2-0 for Team. 30 seconds to go. Corinthians still have time, but they got to get maybe 2 kickoff goals if they want to stay in this. Well, stay in the first game. It's a good kickoff from Clutch King. Janego playing it high. Mike taking control. Beats 1. The Corinthians just need to challenge everything. Don't let them have time so they can get on the attack. Janego though playing it high. Aspects up. That's a nearly great save there from Mike. But Aspect does just sneak it in. That's a brilliant pass from Child of God Janego. Mike nearly getting that. Unfortunate he couldn't. But that does seem to be game, I guess. 3-0, 11 seconds to go. I mean, it's possible. Just need three kickoff goals. But yeah, I don't see it happening. Aspect playing it high. Clutch King misses, and that will be first game to Team. already playing
I am
a
back.
lot better. Hello, good sir. Team already looking a lot better than they did. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it. They look way more aggressive. You know that
Yeah.
they're not just giving the ball away every chance and just letting. You know, in the last series, the midfield was no one was there in the midfield. They'd bang the ball or retreat back to the field and just let everyone attack on them. But they seem to be a lot better this series. With
Yeah.
I don't know why there's still two aspects. That's weird as fuck.
Can you not manually change it?
No.
Ah, rip.
Hopefully, it sorts itself out in the next game. But yeah, they just seem to be more aggressive. They're covering that midfield a lot better and just overall controlling the ball.
Yeah, agreed. Corinthians just they were doing a good defense, but in some places they were all clumped up and just couldn't get it, couldn't get the ball out. And team, I see a lot of double commits, but they are easily, well, not easily, but they can be adjusted in this next game. I know Janego doesn't come a lot, but Aspect just got to be aware.
There we go, sorting itself out. Aspects tries to center it, but Mike takes the ball and they start with a goal. They get shut out in the first game and get their first goal in the second game.
Yeah, Aspect always trying to play it high, try and be the mechanical player, but it doesn't always work. As you can see there, just mucked up, and the Dwarf couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, well, Mike wins that kickoff and he takes the corner boost and keeps it in, but Janego takes it off him. Janego misses on the sidewall here and Dwarf does well to recover it and keeps the pressure, but City does miss. Mike now takes the ball down the right side of the field and they look way more pressured this game, for instance. They look like they've took a step up.
Yeah, yeah, so I can Aspect maybe not playing as great as he needs to be right now, but I believe he can sort himself out and change how he's playing. And I see a lot of messages from team, and that nearly went in. That might be a goal, but
how
no.
How did he pitch that backwards?
I'm not sure, but Janego couldn't quite get there.
City getting faked.
It's a good shot. A brilliant save from Corinthians.
City has missed there, so this is awkward. They take all the pressure. City, what a brilliant save. Takes the shot. Easy save by Dwarf. Dwarf now centers it middle. Is anyone there to shoot it? But it nearly goes in by itself.
Bad 50 from Janego, but City wide and Dwarf go at it. It's a good 50 for City. Janego just playing it back to them. Dwarf couldn't quite get there, and that is a goal for City wide. Corinthians just looking so much better this game. Yeah,
looks like they used that first game for a bit of a warm-up, and now they're back into it, and we have a complete swing in momentum. I thought Team would use the first game momentum to bring into this game, but it looks like Corinthians were having none of it.
No, I don't think they agree with how they played last game, and they've just absolutely stepped themselves up and playing very well now. It's a good pass from Aspect, but couldn't quite get there. Dwarf.
Yeah, I tried to 50 that one through, but gets challenged by two people. Mike now centers it, and no one from Corinthians jumps, but Dwarf passes it straight back to Mike here. Oh, Clutch King, sorry. Janego punches it back in and doesn't get the second touch. What is Aspect able to do? Hits once, hits a Dwarf. Dwarf takes a shot, but what a save from King.
Now, City wide, trying to play middle. Clutch King. Mike there, playing it to the corner. Dwarf's there. Good clear from Dwarf. Can he follow it up? No, Aspect cuts in front of him. Tries to get a dunk, but he doesn't. Janego is up. He does miss. Dwarf's there to get the bang to the sidewall. And there's a miss from Corinthians, but City wide's there.
Yeah, now take the shot, but it's not able to connect. Janego passes it off to Aspect. Aspect pops it up for himself, follows it up, but gets beat by Mike. What is Dwarf able to do here? Is he able to get anything going? But centers it, but team just seems to have no follow-up every single time.
I think it's Dwarf telling him to play third man. Well, I know Aspect can't play third man. No disrespect, but he can't. And Janago, he can play third man, but he's just not that strong third man. I think if they had Cryptic, I think he can play third man, or at least is learning how to play third man. I think if he was playing as well as Aspect, there would be no doubt in my mind they would win this. But yeah,
It
1 minute
is
30 to go.
it is weird that they've not played Cryptic here because he seems to be the one that would take the awkward positions and just take them out of it. But they are struggling without him out here.
I do believe Cryptic has really bad slip drift.
Right.
So he can't play, which is really unfortunate for Team.
It's unfortunate, but we will see what they're able to do with it without him in this series, and they do have the game under their belt. So
Yeah.
but anyway, he takes this, and Aspect tries to get the bump, but is not able to connect with it.
What's up? Tries to play middle.
They can't seem to hit the ball off the backboard. It's always in these corners and these awkward positions for Team in this game.
Oh, a little bump from Aspect isn't good for Dwarf or Team in general. Dwarf misses.
Double commit from Team there, and Corinthians are taking pressure from it, and Aspect's not able to connect with that one, and Clutch King has an easy save here. He's gonna center it down to pass it down to the side wall there. Follows up himself, but Aspect as well to intercept that.
Dwarf now 0. Aspect trying to go for the bump. Doesn't quite get that. Dwarf trying to just be annoying. Tries to play middle. That's a good touch there. Janago really pushing up. They need to get this. Citywide just misses, but that might be good for them. And that is game for Corinthians. So it stands out at 1-1. Corinthians just come into this game absolutely dominating, and then comes to near the end, team start to put a lot of pressure in, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, 100%. You know, team just seemed to not able to keep the pressure up in that game, and it did show.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like one of their last week's games. They get scored on a couple times, then try to go for the pressure, but can't quite hold the pressure for the rest of the game. Hopefully they come back next game and take next game, or Corinthians might take the next game with the momentum they have now. You never know.
Yeah, I will be interested to see if either team takes a timeout, whoever loses this takes a timeout. I might be able just to reset their momentum, but we will find out. But yeah, I think next game's going to be a very, very scrappy one. You know, both teams have a game under the belt, and no one really wants to go down 2-1 in the series, and then they're going to be playing not to lose.
Yeah, I can already tell. I know what Aspect's going to do. I've known him for a very long time. He has changed in playstyle a little bit, but in some cases he hasn't. So I believe the Dwarf as well, telling him to go for demos, taking it up in the air, you know, being that mechanical player he is. So
we'll see, but for instance, I might be
wrong.
So we'll put centers it. Janago takes a shot, but sends it wide there. Aspect's not the best save. It is still center. Gets another one to follow it up there. Corinthians look like they still have the pressure following this third game here.
Well, there's a pinch from team, but Janago just drives forward. Aspect now playing it up. Gets past 1. Gets past 2. But Mike's there. Pass. That might be in. No, Janago's there. Doesn't get the best touch ever. Dwarf with the miss. And Mike's there to shoot that. And score that. I mean, Janago not getting the best of touches. Dwarf just having to pre-jump.
They keep leaving Janago in this third man spot, and I really don't think that's the right place to put him. I think putting him in the second man would be far better.
There's 2 Aspects again.
I don't know why I keep doing that, but it's what it is.
I'm very sorry to everyone. I'm sure it should be fixed next game, or don't know. Well, good pressure from Aspect. Keeps going. Tries to get a bump. Gets a bump. Now Janaga with a shot. That's a double commit from team. No, from Corinthians. Sorry, but City wide flicks it. Gets demoed though by Aspect.
Yeah.
Playing it up.
Mike. Dwarf gets the flip reset, but it's not able to use it for his advantage there. Aspect pops it around one, hits it off the backboard, but what a read from Clutch King there. Dwarf does keep it in, but doesn't keep it slow. Oh, he does get the donk. That might work out for Team Team, but Dinego's not there in time. Aspect on a 3v1 here. Is he able to do anything with it? It's a great pop, and it's over two of them, but Aspect doesn't fall for the trickery.
Dwarf with a 50. That goes straight to Clutch King. Clutch King plays it up. Goes up again. That's a shot, but can't quite get it. Dwarf backflips. Now Janago taking control. Plays it middle. Aspect's there. Gets the demo. Sorry. Now Clutch King trying to play it forward. But Dwarf catches that. He's going to play it up the wall. But does miss. But so does Mike. He gets a ghost touch. Plays it back, but Clutch King's there. Now Mike beating one.
Clutch King takes his shot. Aspect tries to be fancy with it. He's not going to figure him out, but Aspect save him out of his own conflict.
Fair enough. That was a brilliant save from Aspect.
Yeah, just does the right thing after he put him in that situation, and Dwarf gets an excellent save.
Team looking like they've got solid defense right now, but they just need to get it out. I know they're all 0 or very low boost.
Dwarf's taking this by himself, and Clutch King is having none of it and blocks him straight out. Aspect now tries to do the same, and Janigo gets faked, and City passes it off to Mike, but Mike's not getting the best hit there. Janigo passes it up. Easily read by Corinthians. This team just seems to have no follow-up every time they get a little bit of pressure on. They just need that second man to push a little bit more than he is.
Yeah. Good 50 from Clutch King. Plays to the corner. Gets an awkward bounce. Janego's there. Oh, gets an awkward touch for the Dwarf. City-wide's there. Now, Dwarf keeps going.
Double
There's
commit.
a little double commit, but it might work out. Aspect's there. Can't quite get it. Now, Dwarf not doing anything, really. Tries to get the 50. Janego comes in, but doesn't quite get it, because that's a brilliant block from Mike. Aspect. Playing it low. Gets past one. City wide with the save.
Mike hits it up, and it's not the best hit, and Dwarf's able to control it here. City flicks it around Dwarf, but Aspect's there to read it. Aspect takes his solo, he pinches it off the wall. Dwarf pinches it up, but there's no follow-up. Oh, Janego does come in, and he gets a great double, but it is not on target.
Dwarf there, just push up really far. Aspect can't quite get it in the net. Janego can't quite get it in the net. Aspect's up but misses. And that is an open... Oh, no it's not. Dwarf is there. Plays it to Aspect, but Aspect doesn't go. Aspect cutting Janego again. Plays it past one.
Mike.
Janego with a 50. Sorry.
That's right. Dwarf pushes it up, and Aspect gets a good read off to Dwarf. Dwarf misses the shot. That would have been an excellent play from Team there. Corinthians are doing so well with the pressure. Aspect. Clutch King pinches it, bangs it down the field, sorry, and there you go, not the best hit. I'm gonna assume there might be a timeout here.
Yeah. Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a timeout.
A timeout has been called after Team go 2-1 down in the series.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
We will move back over to our talking scene. So they get the normal minute plus 2 minutes add on top of that. I will get my clock out.
Sorry?
Shut up, bro. Get my timer out.
Uh-huh.
Right, so I wonder what they're gonna change in this well 2 minutes they have. I think they're really the most important thing they need is a follow up. They keep sending one person down onto the offensive side and just no one there to follow every time. But we will see. They are timeout has just started after 1 minute of a normal game break ends. But yeah, what does everyone in chat think? Really, what they need to change? Because Corinthians are just doing so well holding this pressure. You know, every time teams try to start anything up, it's just they're sending Mike or Clutch King just to interrupt it, and they're doing such a good job of doing it. Yeah, no goals from teams in the last two games. But near enough a minute has happened.
How long they got left?
1 minute 10 left of the timeout.
I wonder what their dwarf is. I reckon he's just gonna take to aspects, ball chase, get demos in. Yeah. I think Corinthians are playing a lot better than they're playing even better than they did last game and their last week. I mean, team are playing a lot better as well. It's just can't seem to quite get it in the net. So yeah.
Yeah, we will see what they change. I am very, very interested in what Dwarf is telling them. And what Corinthians are talking about as well, because once they have this time, I wonder if they're going to try and change anything or just keep what they're doing. And I think keeping what they're doing is the better option, but people do overthink sometimes.
Yeah, so realistically, both teams get a bit of a timeout, you know? Maybe it's good for Corinthians, maybe it's maybe it's good for team. Maybe it's bad for Corinthians. You know, they've been playing so well, and then they just get a couple of minutes off.
Yeah, we will see.
Could be bad for one team. Could be good for the other. Right.
There are still two aspects. I have no idea what the overlay's doing to.
Yeah.
Dwarf. Mike reads that perfectly, and is able to get the double. He does attempt to, but his own teammate screwed him up a little bit there.
Mike gets bumped into that by Dwarf. Clutch King does miss. He's really awkward. Dwarf tries to play middle. Clutch King get him beating one. Aspect's all alone. He does. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really know what to say after that.
Dwarf. Mike gets a perfect touch off the City. City keeps us close. Fakes out Janigo. Oh, he nearly gets that over Dwarf as well, but Dwarf reads it well.
Aspect now trying to play it high, goes to the edge dribble, gets over. Oh, Mike just being that taller man. Dwarf with the shot, but couldn't quite get it. Now Aspect getting beat. Clutch King's up. What a touch from Clutch King.
Yeah, that was nearly incredible.
Yeah, and that might be goal.
Clutch King turns around and just puts it in.
Nowhere. No, yeah, fair enough to him. Aspect can't really predict that. I mean, it's unfortunate for team.
The issue was team sent every player into that corner. There was no one in net.
Yeah, I see. When the ball's on one side, they all go to that side. When the ball's in the corner, they all go to that corner. You know. I think they just need to keep the comms up, positioning up, and they'll do all right.
We'll see though. Clutch King fakes out Janigo. I'm gonna assume that was a fake or he just missed. I don't know.
Aspect out.
Dwarf nearly got the dunks there. That was nearly incredible. Mike keeps it slow. 50's Janigo. What a brilliant 50. But Aspect keeps it in, and this is awkward for Corinthians, but there's no follow-up.
They just need to have someone in that second man. Janago with a shot. Good save from Clutch King there. Dwarf plays it up. Is it middle? But no one's there. That is an own goal.
That is brutal.
Yeah. I'm really not sure what has just happened. But guess they score an own goals, you know. It happens. Happens. 3 minutes 10 to go, 1-1. Both teams still in this.
I reset the overlay again. It will come back on once a goal happens, people. And there might be one here, but Clutch King is able to get the save. Clutch King again off to Mike. Mike has this in his hand, but he doesn't get the best hit, and it goes straight to Team Team. But Team Team, oh, he does get that out. He wins that 50, and there's no one on the ball from Team Team. As soon as that first person loses the ball, there's no one ever there to get the ball back in possession.
Yeah. Aspect now playing it to the backboard. Gets to 50, but they can't quite score it. Gets a demo on Mike. No one went. Somebody needs to challenge. Janego bangs it. Might be over one. No, Mike just gets the touch. Dwarf trying to play middle, but there's no one there. Clutch King coming in. Gets it past one. City wides up. And Mike with a shot. Good save from the Dwarf, but...
Yeah, I mean, that was a miss from City there, and Mike might be able to score this, but Aspect faked him for somehow. Aspect keeps it in possession, but has 0 boost. Goes for the middle boost and misses it, and goes back for it again, and Dwarf Butt tries to get it out, and Aspect got a bump. That was a crucial bump on Mike there.
Good save from Janego. Dwarf just misses. Aspect cutting. Janego again. Now Janego, good fit. No, sorry, Dwarf with a good 50. And Clutch King playing in the middle. That might be on target. Good save from Dwarf. Now playing it to City wide. City wide tries to get it past one. Gets a 50. Goes high. Janego.
But here takes it off, passes it, but sends it high with no follow-up. Aspect tries to recenter it. He does, and Clutch King gets a perfect read and sends it down the field. Janego tries to pinch it middle, and Mike gets a perfect read. This Corinthians team reading Team like reading a book.
Dwarf now. Goes to the edge of the ball. Tries to get it in. So close. And now Clutch King tries to get it middle. Gets another touch. Mike comes in. Just misses. Aspects up. Plays it to the corner.
I think he could have
That's
done
a pinch and a half.
I think it would have been better if he didn't get a second touch on that edge wall there. Seems like he bumped his teammate a little bit, and that nearly went in, but Aspect gets the clutch save. This team keeps going for the same ball. There's lots of double and triple commits coming out now.
Yeah, I think they are just trying to put as much pressure as they can in. I mean, they could definitely be playing better, but they are playing a lot better than they was last week, so they could still win this. They just need to get this game. And there's a shot from Janego. Good save from City wide. Aspect playing it high. That's not good. Janego just puts it down. Wasn't taking any chances. Now could be going to game 5, or could be ending it here in overtime.
Cool, but passes it off to Janego, and Janego misses because the ball bounced a little bit on the wall there. Mike now takes control of it, interrupted by Aspect. Aspect center it, and there's no follow-up again, and Corinthians now have a free ball, and City takes it slow, passes it off to Mike. Mike back to center, Clutch King gets in the way, wins at 50. It's going to waterfall down, but what a brilliant read from Dwarf.
Now, team. What a pinch. Janego goes up, bit too slow there. Mike just beats him. It's a good touch. Dwarf's up. Passes it to Mike. Mike gets it over Aspect. That's a good clear from Janego. Now, team, what can they do? Have all the pressure. Dwarf just gets a weird 50 and goes. That might be on target. Clutch save, and that's a shot from Aspect to keep them in this.
We will be going to a game 4. Yeah. No, game 5. Game 5.
Yeah. Wow.
That is mental. Just Corinthians just seem to have all the pressure, but this team's just able to get that final goal and win the game.
Yeah. I mean, team definitely had a lot more pressure. Well, I wouldn't say a lot more, but they had more pressure. And Corinthians done their best. They done all they could. I mean, it wasn't enough, but it was good enough until they got into overtime, and everyone knows overtime is sketchy. It's nerve wracking, but they done their best, and they can't be too mad by losing that game. They played very well, and team should be really hyped now. They should keep this all of this momentum and go into the next game with a good mindset and everything, and hopefully they can do better.
Yeah,
See
the
how this
overlay is
next-
having a meltdown, Rex. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. I'm surprised there's been no timeout from Corinthians, yeah, but we will
Well,
get to
yeah.
the next game.
I mean, a lot of people have told me their thoughts on this game and how it's going to go, and it's gone completely different. Most likely everyone's predictions. Maybe one of us is going to be right, Reptic, but
Yeah, I just need
No.
Team to win this game now.
yeah.
Corinthians, I think the last game, Corinthians were just a bit over-aggressive. They kept sending, I think, a bit too many people. But we'll see if they sort this out.
I don't know. I feel good shot from Dwarf, but it doesn't go in. But yeah, I don't know. There's a shot from Dwarf. Yeah, I'm trying to speak, but I've forgotten. So
See,
yeah.
they sent two people up on that play, and it wasn't really. It was dangerous, but it wasn't too dangerous to send two people up for it. And that did lead to the goal, but team
But
will not
then
be
they-
complaining.
Yeah, but then again, team do that quite a lot as well. Triple commits, double commits. They do it a lot more often than Corinthians do it.
Dwarf, but takes a shot and it's just wide. Dutch King bangs it down the other side of the field, and now it seems like Corinthians have no follow-up.
Dwarf Butt just misses. But gets a touch, plays up middle. It's really high. Mike there with a touch. Touch King tries to play it middle. Dwarf there with a bang. And City Wide, good touch from City Wide. Dwarf's there again. I can already tell Dwarf's playing really aggressive, getting them solid touches.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Right.
he's playing that faster man as well.
See, what's Janego able to do here? He does win the 50, but Mike does well to read it there. Dwarf, but tries to pinch his centre, and he does, and Aspect snipes it in the top right corner. What a brilliant play from Team.
That's unbelievable, but yeah, I can already tell us Dwarf, is playing that basically. He's being that faster player. And he's beating people to the ball, getting them plays in, making sure his team can do everything they want, but also him doing everything. And that's a brilliant pass from Aspect, and there's a brilliant shot.
Yeah, they just seem to be reading
Dwarf.
Corinthians now. Like, as I said, they are sending too many people for the same ball, and it is showing. They just keep leaving that third man back, and 2 against 1, the 2 is normally going to win.
Yeah. There might be another goal, but Mike's there. Touch King playing it back to the middle. Mike beating one. Aspect's all alone. Plays to the corner.
Pass it off to Mike. Mike shoots it, but they go easy save for him. City tries to pass it, and Aspect misses. It makes it a bit awkward, but he does do that. And the offense side front flip down. Not too sure who that was, but it looked like he had an open net.
Defense from Janego. Clutching, playing it past the wall. No one's in there, and City Wide is there to execute the shot.
Yeah, this game just, team started off with a few goals, but hopefully they keep that up throughout the whole game and don't start sitting further back. Because that could punish them.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bit of a mismatch this game. Although team are winning by 2, you never know. They can instantly just not play as good.
Then it goes. Oh, Aspect's a bit too far up there. Passes it off to Aspect, and Aspect misses so, but Mike doesn't get the best hit, and Janego and Dwarf push each other into it.
Yeah. That makes it 4-1. Team now playing really aggressively, you know, when they got that pressure up, but also when they're in defense, you know, they're always challenging the ball now. And I think if they'd done that at the start, oh, that was it. That's an own goal from Corinthians.
Aspect doing a really good job of intercepting these plays from Corinthians. So I mean, mine is this goal, but
yeah, I mean that is really unfortunate for Citywide. I know he wanted to play that to Mike, but unfortunately, not everything goes the way they want it to go. But that's
who clipped that? That's outrageous. Mike now bangs it off the sidewall, but Clutch King misses, and someone from Team needs to go here. This is a terrible spot to be in for Corinthians, and the Team pressured that could have come for something there. That's a bit awkward. This backs off. I think that's the right option though. No need to push him. Mike's got that pass, 2 of them, and that's over. That's over Clutch King, but Aspect wasn't able to get the redirect of Dreams.
Citywide playing it to the middle, but Aspect then again is cutting Janego. I can already tell Janego is getting a bit agitated because Aspect always taking the ball off him. Aspect taking it up. Good 50 from him, and that goes middle. And Aspect with demo. Now Dwarf back on his own. That's a brilliant pass, and there's a brilliant shot from Citywide.
We'll take this game to 5-2 and see if Corinthians are able to keep this up. You know, they're doing so good in the first couple of games of the part. Well, not the first game, but second and third game with the passing plays. But they seem to just not be choosing that option so much later in the series.
Yeah. And now Clutch King playing it to team. And Dwarf now gets beat. Spets awkward, but gets it past 1. But Clutch King's there to play it high. Citywide with the touch. Clutch King there, couldn't quite execute the shot there. Dwarf getting it past 1. But Mike's there to stop. Play. Aspect did miss. Now, Janego. Can he shoot that? Does get beat. Dwarf with a shot, and that is an open net. 6-2.
What a brilliant shot from Dwarf there. Realised everyone from Corinthians is in that corner there and just shot the opposite side of the net. Great play from him, realising it was open and puts it right where it needs to be. See if Corinthians, I don't think they're going to be able to win this series now, but see if they're able to get a few more goals on the scoreboard, but no, I feel like they've just gave up now. Clutch King doesn't do the best, but City didn't expect her, and just Janego puts it in the bottom left corner there.
7-2. I mean, at this point, it is kind of game, innit?
Yeah, my prediction was correct.
Yeah.
I'm happy I went this way because I really couldn't decide who was going to win that final game. So I just did, I spanned the wheel earlier today. So. Clutch King tried to do an own goal, but just not able to get it. That is final, and team will take it in a 3-2 victory. Winning the last game 7-2 as well, showing their dominance. But what a brilliant series. I mean, I really was surprised that Corinthians didn't use their timeout. I think that really could have benefited them in the series. But...
yeah, I mean, I think if they played like that at the start, they come in with that how they played there. You know, they could this series could have ended very quickly. But we don't mind a game 5, so I mean it's still a short stream. But well played to both teams. Team definitely stepped it up, but also Corinthians, very good team. Going to be looking out for them